I am live. This is Sheika. I promise, as promised, I told you all that I will be going live. Committed to helping you grow, helping you thrive. I'm live on Instagram and on Facebook. And so, if you hear me speak in reference to both, I'm on both. And so, I kept my promise. But this is just part one. Part one. I've really been getting a lot of calls, just as a coach, as a mentor, asking about enrollment, the decline, just the different pressures we're going through. School is starting, we're used to high numbers. And so that's why I put this in parts. This is just part one because I don't want it to be overwhelming. It's a lot of information, a lot of strategy that it takes to definitely fight against this decline. And so, first, before I start, I just want to stop and encourage. Listen, we've been through worse. It get tough, it get hard, but this is not a depiction of you. We're not going to take this personal, but we're going to take it personal. We're going to do what needs to be done to grow, to develop, and advance our schools. And so I just want to start with one part of this. One part. We're going to talk about increasing enrollment, but I want to give some telephone techniques. And so sometimes we'll have the people calling us, but we're not doing what needs to be done to follow up, follow through. We're not getting information. We're not doing what's necessary to grow in that specific area. So enrollment growth can be from social media, it can be from word of mouth, but it can also be from the phone, that telephone. Okay. And so I have some great techniques that I'm going to share just like briefly. Like I said, this is phase one, part one. I'm going to be doing spontaneous lives this entire week and going into next week. And so why does this matter? Telephone techniques that turns calls into clients. Why does this matter? Your phone isn't just a communication device. It's a tool, it's a conversational tool. And if you don't look at it that way, if you don't coach your team who answer the phone that way, you won't get the enrollment. You have to prepare your front desk, your director, if you're the owner, your staff members, whomever it is, to understand that this is a lead. This is a potential family. And it's possible to book this potential family over the phone. You heard what I said. There's so many families I did not meet, but they were already secured and locked in, waiting for the next step, waiting to secure with a deposit. And so you have to be trained, you have to be sure, and you have to be confident. And so here's some key points that I just want to share. A casual inquiry. Inquiries, I'm sorry, can turn into a scheduled tour. And so I just kind of want to share and pour into you all those tips. The first thing is that off of my notes and what I want to share structurally, what comes to mind is whenever I answer the phone, I try to be calm. I don't want to sound rushed. I don't want my background with all this noise, children crying, chaos. I want to sound like I am waiting for your call and I'm here to serve. We're ready. We have openings. And so, and I can answer any of your questions now. You can book now. And so I want you to think of that in terms of this part one and just the telephone. When people call their potentials, not just potential customers come by, but potential customers call, right? And so I want you to think of wow, what it sound like when you answer the phone. What are you doing? Are you running to the phone? Are you out of breath? Do you have a standard way you answer? People can hear smiles through the phone. Always answer while you're smiling. Good morning. This is ABC Academy. This is Miss Sheika Petteway. How may I help you? Versus ABC Academy. How may I help you? Two. different sounds. And so all of this, it connects you to the person that's over the phone. It matters. Stop telling yourself it does not matter. Don't let anyone say it does not matter. It matters how you answer the phone, the professionalism. Smiles are like sun rays, they go in every direction. Talk, smile. I love to, no matter if I'm just doing phones that day, I get all dressed up because you talk how you feel. You really do. And this research has proven call centers. You have to dress up and go to the call center. You can't just be laying in bed answering phones. You begin to talk how you feel. And so all of this play a major part. Don't sound annoyed or distracted like they're interrupting you. Sound like you're ready. And so that's answering the phone in excellence. That's what I wrote on my notes. Make sure whomever answer in excellence. That is essential. And so just, have a standard saying, thank you for calling Little Learners Academy. This is Miss Sheika. How may I help you today? Have a standard saying, whatever it is. It's a beautiful day at Bright Academy. Whatever it is, have a standard saying, be on one accord, everyone answer that way. And remember, answer with a smile. It goes in every direction. People can sense your vibe, your energy, how in your voice. And so you want to connect differently in a spirit of excellence. And so that's important. So um the 5 point parent intake. And so if you're listening and you have notes, I want you to write this down. 5 point parent intake. And so you have to train yourself and train your team in this way. Now, whenever I answer the phone, I never answer the phone without a log, a document. And so not just sheets of paper on my desk, not sticky notes, but a formalized log. I try to walk with a clipboard and the phone. I try to keep my phone log and my clipboard together. It go together. Okay? Phone, clipboard, they go together. Yeah, get it. Okay. So always make sure that the intake is parent name and phone number, child name and age, um, desired schedule, start date, how did they hear about you? And so what you make sure that you do is this is a natural conversation. This is not information driven. This is not like you're filling out a form, but you're dialoguing. You're talking. I'm Sheikah. I didn't quite catch your name. Now I have her name. Okay, and so Toya is the baby, right? She's how old? 18 months. Yeah, okay, okay. So what is her birthday so that we can make sure she enters the right correct room? Rooms are based off of birthdays. If that's true or not, now you have the opening to get the information you need and it's classified. Because some parents will say, oh, she's two, but she's turning two. That's why you need a birthday. So, desired schedule, full time, part time, and you can just use this casually, um, because some parents may stay full time and they really want part time. You may not offer part time, but your rate is standard, and so that's a good opportunity for a conversation up front. Start date needed. All of this, you just having a casual conversation, getting this information. The next thing you want to do, you want to have this imputed in your heart and in your mind, and also for the person that's answering the phone. You want to always talk about your features and your benefits. You should have at least three things about your program that you can say. So if Miss Jones is trying to get her daughter Zoe enrolled, right? And she is 2 years old. You should know three things about the Choose program that you should state over the phone. Oh, wow, we do have openings. We have a great 2-year-old program. We do potty training. The teachers specialize in this. She has a high rate with helping the little 2-year-olds potty train. That's one. Notice I'm saying my benefits and features of my program. This program also have curriculum. We do a lot with them. We make sure that they get all their foundational essentials before going to preschool, which is our 3-year-old program. And so they'll get all the foundations from alphabets, phonological awareness. We have art, we have learning centers. Notice I described the program. And so make sure you know what makes you different. That's the point. Have it written, have a brochure. This is why I love to have my clipboard. It saves the day. Because most of the time I'm just flipping after I write, as I write and I'm talking, and I'm reading off of my clipboard. And this imputes it into your mind, into your heart after you do it for so long. It's exceptional. It makes you sound like you're organized, that you know what you're talking about. It connects you to not just that person you're talking to, but to the program. They're like, oh, they know what's needed. They know what's going on. People begin to feel confident right over the phone. One thing families love is our daily photo updates in our app. So that's what I wrote in my notes, as you can see, how I'm reading it. I want to mention that because that is a benefit. You can feel connected to your child. And so that's what the conversation always end with action though. No matter how this conversation is going, always end with action. And the reason in the beginning of the conversation, when I ask questions over the phone, I always ask open-ended questions, not yes or no. Um, just tell me a little bit about Zoe's experience prior to us, her preschool experience, childcare experience. Not did she go to daycare yet or no. I said, tell me a little bit about that. And so it kind of sparks a conversation. You get a little information over the phone about this parent, but this parent feel like you care. You're interested in her daughter coming to school there. And so, like I said, always end in action. And that's my point that I wrote on my notes as number 4. Number 1 was answering with excellence. Number 2 is the 5-point parent intake call, and I talked about those 5 points being that getting their name and their number, their child's name, the schedule, start date, and how did they hear about you. Number 3 point, the third point is to promote what makes a difference. What makes you different? And so I talked about the benefits and the features. Now, number 5 is always in with action. Most people don't sign up because you never asked them to. You always tell them there's another step. You say, oh, well, you should come in so you can sign up. You can actually say, well, would you like, do you have time? We can tour now. We have a virtual tour. I can send you a link and you can, I know you're busy. Oh, excited. Some people are sitting at the computer, they can Zoom. Or you can take videos and photos of the facility and also create a video and email it. Now you have an email address for them. You're getting more and more data. It's a powerful conversion. And so on that video or that photo collage, you can even take a picture of an empty seat and put a label and say your child will be sitting here. Empty cubby and put for your child. I'm dropping some nuggets. And I'm telling you this from experience. I've enrolled 90 children in 30 days before. Yeah. You have to be intentional. You have to connect with the person that you're on the phone with. It's sales. You don't go to a car lot and the car salesman do not know the features and benefits of the car. He studied the cars he's about to sell. He study you. It's studied. And so always in with action on a I mean, you want to close this deal. And so you don't want to sound salesy, but you have to sound confident in your program. You're confident in your program. And so there is a need to bring your child here because we have a quality program. We have what you're looking for. Look no further. See the confidence. And so don't just hang up without offering the tour. Don't just hang up without sending a follow up email. Don't hang up without getting tangible information. Okay, let's schedule your tour. I can send you, let's put it on the books, and I can send you the reminder. You have that email. So now you're able to, if they need to switch the schedule or if they can't make it, you still can follow up and move the situation on. We'll love to meet you and your family, letting them know that. Here is where we really mess up. The next one is follow up. If you're watching this on replay or if you're watching this live, I know I'm telling the truth. Put it in the comments and say she's telling the truth. We really, really lack follow up. And so I believe sometimes we internalize. We try to process, think people process like us that, oh, I didn't want to rush them, or um, oh, I'm gonna give them time. And sometimes we just don't follow up. And so if you're not tracking calls and following up, you're wasting the lead. That's the truth. You're wasting a lead. Use a lead intake form, and I talked about that in the beginning, a call log. And you want to make sure that you put that together, have that organized, and so you want to add them into a server, a spreadsheet, and make sure you send personalized follow-up conversations and follow-up calls. And so not just something standard, but something personalized using their name, the child name, and follow up within 24 hours. If they called you today, you can call them tomorrow. I mean, they're looking. And so some things that just some tips. Your phone isn't ringing by accident, okay? If it's ringing and people are interested, it doesn't matter if they're interested in 3 months from now. You see how fast time is going? Look how fast. It's August. We are starting school. I feel like we just started the summer. It doesn't matter. They can put a deposit down for August, for the 3 months. Oh, we're looking for December. Come on in. Get on our list because we fill up. They can pay their deposit and create an intake form. They may not fill out the whole packet, but they may have enough for you to put them in your server and have their start date for December and their deposit or their registration fee. So that's it. That's all I have for part one. I don't want to go too far. This is just a live. If you would like one on one coaching, if you would like help setting up a system, listen, getting your team trained in this is essential. So even if you were like a team of four trained on very good telephone techniques and how you guys can work together, how to deal with your leads, how you're going to funnel them in, and how you're going to follow up, I would love to help and assist. You can contact me at info@eliteresultsnow.com. And that's my email. You can direct message me and we can schedule. I would love to assist you. I have so many different ideas. This is my specialty. And so I would love to help you more. Okay, you all have a pleasant afternoon. Be on the lookout for part two. I'm going to do a social media piece on ways you can connect on social media. I'm going to also do a community, ways that you can grow your enrollment by really just building relationships within your own network and within your own community. Um, and I have a lot of free resources and tools and templates to be able to share. So have a wonderful night. Be blessed. Thank you for coming.
We don't just change futures, we shape brilliant minds. That's what we do as educators. Here at Elite Educational Enterprises, we help educators go to another level in their thinking, in their teaching strategies, and in their classroom.